Selling your home? I've got 5 strategies to get multiple offers fast today. How to sell your home fast in today's market. Is it even possible to get multiple offers anymore? Or is that just something agents say to sound good? Well, I'm going to walk you through 5 real strategies that can work, backed by what's happening in our local market right now. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to set your home up for a bidding war instead of a price cut. Hi, I'm Denise Dyrdek Lunsford with Coldwell Banker Heritage, and I make your dream my mission. If you're thinking about selling your home in 2026, you've probably already seen 100 vague tips online. Today, I want to give you 5 specific, actionable strategies that I personally use with my sellers to generate real competition on their homes. So without further ado, let's get into it. 1. Price the home strategically. This is the one strategy that makes or breaks everything else. So let's start here. How to price a house to get multiple offers really comes down to one core idea. Price at or just below market value to create strong interest right out of the gate. It sounds counterintuitive, but an attractive price encourages more buyers to schedule more showings quickly, and that early rush of activity is exactly what leads to competitive bidding. Here's why this matters so much right now. As of mid-2026, the Dayton area housing market is described by Coldwell Banker Heritage own leadership as resilient, but more balanced than the pandemic era frenzy, meaning buyers have options and they're comparison shopping. Inventory has been shifting month to month, so pricing precision matters more than ever. If you overprice even slightly, buyers will scroll right past you online before they ever consider booking a showing, and that listing gets stigmatized fast. The 14-day rule is real in this market. Homes priced correctly generate the most buyer interest in the first 2 weeks they're live. And after that window, interest and showing requests drop off significantly. That is why I always tell my sellers, your first price is your best shot at maximum attention. Price it right from day one rather than testing the market high and chasing it down later with reductions, because buyers notice price drops and it can actually work against you psychologically, making them wonder what's wrong with your home. This is also one of the mistakes to avoid when selling a home that I see most often. Sellers get emotionally attached to a number instead of looking at what comparable homes actually sold for recently. A good agent will run a comparative market analysis using recent closed sales, not just active listings, because active listings tell you what sellers hope to get, not what buyers are actually paying. Strategic pricing, sometimes even using charm pricing, like listing at $249,900 instead of $250,000, can help your home show up in more buyer search filters online. Get this piece right, and everything else in this video becomes so much easier. So second, make a great first impression. Buyers decide how they feel about a home within seconds. I mean that literally. Whether they're scrolling photos online or walking up to your front door in person, that first impression sets the tone for the entire showing. This is honesty, one of the most overlooked home staging tips to sell faster that costs almost nothing but pays off enormously. Start outside. Improve your curb appeal with fresh mulch, trimmed landscaping, clean walkways, and a welcoming front door. A pressure washed exterior and a freshly painted front door with updated hardware can completely change how a buyer perceives your home before they even step inside. These are all small, affordable fixes, but they make your listing photos pop online, which increases the chances a buyer will click, save your listing, and actually book a showing instead of scrolling right on by. So once the buyers are inside, the goal shifts to helping them imagine they live there. So we want to declutter every surface, deep clean from top to bottom, and stage the home so it feels open and neutral rather than personal. This means clearing countertops, removing family photos, and depersonalizing spaces so buyers project their own life onto the home instead of feeling like a guest in yours. Focus your staging energy on the highest impact rooms, the living room, the kitchen, and the primary bedroom, because those are the spaces buyers emotionally connect with the fastest. Proper staging has been shown to help homes sell more quickly and sometimes at higher offers, because buyers are responding to a lifestyle they can picture rather than a list of repairs they need to make. In today's market, where 80 to 90% of buyers start their search online before ever stepping foot in a property, so your first impression genuinely starts with your listing photos, not your open house. Get the outside right, get the inside decluttered and neutral, and you've already put yourself ahead of half of the competition on the market right now. Number 3, we want to create excitement before the listing. One of my favorite real estate marketing strategies for sellers is building anticipation before your home is even technically for sale, using a sneak peek marketing strategy when appropriate, because this creates a sense of curiosity and urgency among buyers and agents who are actively watching the market for what you're about to offer. Before the home officially hits the market, your agent should invest in professional photography and video walkthroughs, sometimes floor plans, and a lot of social media promotion. This groundwork does something really powerful. It lets word spread through buyer networks and agent circles before your official listing date. So when the home does go live, there's already a built-in audience ready to schedule a showing immediately instead of discovering it cold. This matters even more in July of 2026 because the Dayton market, while healthy, isn't the frantic multiple offer on everything environment we saw a few years back. Buyers are more selective, so anything that generates buzz and positions your home as desirable before day one gives you a real competitive edge. A sneak peek strategy essentially compresses your first crucial days on the market into a longer runway of visibility, which directly supports getting multiple offers instead of a slow trickle of single showings spread out over weeks. So professional photography specifically can't be skipped in this step. Listing with high quality photos and video content dramatically outperform those without them, because in an online first buyer environment, your visuals are doing the selling before anyone picks up the phone to ask about your home. Floor plans are becoming increasingly requested as well, especially by out-of-town buyers or military families relocating to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base who need to visualize the layout before they can even schedule a trip to see it in person. Building this excitement before your official launch date is genuinely one of the most underused tools sellers have available to them right now. Number 4, maximize exposure. Just putting your home in the MLS is not enough anymore. And this is genuinely one of the biggest mistakes to avoid when selling a house in today's market. You need to market the property everywhere. There are qualified buyers actually looking. Your agent should be MLS, social media, email campaigns, their personal sphere of influence, your sphere of influence, local real estate groups, open house, and when necessary, broker tours. The more qualified buyers that see your home, especially during those first few critical days, the better the chances are for creating competition. Your home should be marketed across multiple platforms with professional photography, compelling descriptions, and targeted social media exposure, and advertising that reaches both local buyers and people relocating from out of state. Go beyond the MLS syndication to Zillow, Realtor.com, and Trulia, and make sure your agent is sending direct email campaigns to other agents who have active buyers in your price range and area. Your sphere of influence is often a forgotten piece of this puzzle. Sometimes the perfect buyer for your home is someone your neighbor knows, or someone in a local Facebook group who's been quietly looking for exactly your street or school district. A well-connected agent who actively works local real estate groups and community networks, not just algorithms, is bringing you buyers that other listings simply never reached. Maximum exposure isn't about doing one thing well. It's about stacking every channel simultaneously so your home is genuinely impossible for a serious buyer to miss. So quick pause here, because this next point really matters. If you're serious about strategies to get multiple offers on your specific home, this is exactly the kind of hands-on marketing plan I build for every single seller I work with. So reach out anytime. My contact info is right there in the description box. All right, let's get back to it. So number 5, concentrate showings. This last strategy is simple, but incredibly effective, and it's honestly one of the most underrated tips for selling your home fast. Schedule showings over the first few days after the listing, and if it makes sense for your specific situation, review offers after a set deadline instead of accepting the very first offer that comes in. Having multiple buyers view the home during the same time frame creates real urgency. When buyers know other people are touring the house at the same weekend, they tend to move a little faster. They put their strongest offer forward instead of taking a week to think it over. This concentrated showing window is genuinely one of the secrets to selling your house quickly, because it turns a slow trickle of individual showings into a compressed burst of competitive attention. Before you go live with this strategy, though, there's a bonus tip that ties everything together. Prepare the home before it ever goes on the market. Completing small repairs, applying fresh paint, updating outdated lighting fixtures, and having your disclosures ready in advance all help buyers feel confident submitting their best offer immediately rather than hesitating and asking for a longer inspection period to sort out the unknowns. These small preparations remove friction at exactly the moment you want buyers moving fast, not slowing down to second guess. These 5 strategies genuinely work best combined together rather than used in isolation. A well-priced, well-prepared home with strong marketing and a concentrated showing schedule has the greatest chance of generating multiple offers in this market. And once those offers start coming in, you'll need to know how to negotiate multiple offers. As a seller, because receiving several offers is exciting, but choosing the best one isn't always about the highest price on paper. Consider financing strength, inspection terms, appraisal contingencies, closing timeline flexibility, seller concessions, and the overall likelihood of that specific buyer actually closing successfully. A well-qualified buyer with slightly favorable terms and strong financing may ultimately be the strongest offer on your table, even if it's not the absolute top dollar number. That is exactly how to get the best price for your property without accidentally accepting an offer that falls apart 30 days into escrow. The bottom line. So, there you have it. 5 real strategies for generating genuine competition on your home. From strategic pricing and first impressions to pre-listing buzz, maximum exposure, and concentrated showing. The Dayton area market right now is more balanced, but still favoring sellers who prepare properly, with steady buyer demand and reasonable timelines for well-positioned homes. If you're thinking about making a move, selling, upgrading, or downsizing, the timing is actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's reasonable. And a strong strategy makes all the difference between a home that sits and one that generates real competition. And if you want to understand how your specific situation fits into all of this, that's literally what I do every single day. Let's talk. Reach out anytime. I'm Denise Dyrdek Lunsford with Coldwell Banker Heritage, and I make your dream my mission. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment about what you want to know about selling your home in this market. And I'll see you in the next video.